Thank you for tuning in. This is The Buzz. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 103.5 FM. This is The Buzz, where we read out to you interesting stories on social media, from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter, trending stories basically. My name is Temitope Dada, and I'm here again this morning to read out to you interesting stories that have been on social media over the weekend, and just to inform you and let you know what's going on social media. And aside that, you also get to give your comments on what's going on. So kindly let us know what you think over these stories, these interesting stories we'll be reading out to you on our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram on 103.5 FM. This is because we believe you have a voice. So let's know what you think of whatever is going on in the country or trending in our social space. All right. The first story I have this morning says EFCC chairman demanded $2 million bribe from me. I have evidence. This is coming from Governor Matawale, the governor of Zamfara State. So it says he made the allegation amidst the growing rift between the governor and the anti-graft agency. And this was on Wednesday, 17th, whereby Matawale called for Bauer's resignation, saying he had questions to answer on alleged corruption. But the EFCC chairman fired back on Thursday, saying he had nothing to hide, and asked Matawale to petition appropriate authorities if he had evidence against him. All right, so EFCC chairman has replied, Governor Matawale of Zamfara State, and he says, and this was actually posted on EFCC's Twitter page last week. So it says, Matawale $2 million bribe horse. EFCC will not bandy words with suspects. The attention of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has been drawn to a trending interview granted to the Houses Service of the British Broadcasting Corporation, where he allegedly made wild bribery allegations against the executive chairman of the commission, Mr. Abdul Rashid Bauer. And okay, so EFCC has gone further to give their own say over the allegation over EFCC chairman. So in respect to this ongoing story, trending matter, 7 Nigerians have given their comments over the rift between the Zamfara State governor and EFCC chairman. Shame_dream says, you collect them, abi you no collect. Resist the urge to shalaye. Alright, Av Diamond says, was he supposed to agree before? Alright, Official Bobby says, if now junior officers are brazenly corrupt. Oh, okay, I don't understand that. Alright, someone else says, on this same issue between the EFCC chairman and Governor Matawale, Big Vaji Okoye on Twitter says, they will dine and wine together soon, while their followers are arguing over it. And lastly, Sure Daddy _official says, we don't need evidence. We believe you, sir. No be Niger again. Everybody they collect percentage. Alright, so that's that about the trending gist over the EFCC chairman being alleged by Zamfara State governor as having collected $2 million bribes from him. Alright, the next one is an announcement of the demise of FCMB founder Shubomi. The founder of FCMB, Shubomi Balogun, passed away last week. According to reports, he died in London, UK on Friday morning at the age of 89. Alright, the report says the deceased practiced as a lawyer in the Regional Justice Ministry and then at the Federal Ministry of Justice until January 1966. Cool, that is FCMB founder Shubomi Balogun. Alright, so Nigerians have given their condolences nationwide. Cash Benkid says the only bank that paid well when Naira was hard to get, his banks look like mansion. Wow. Okay. Elo Mark underscore photography says, he was one of the finest and decent billionaires. He was a philanthropic, but very private. I so much admired his lifestyle. Alright, lastly, in respect to uh, the demise of Shubomi Balogun, Chocolate underscore Smoothie says, FCMB is one of the best banks in Nigeria. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's that about Shubomi Balogun's story. Okay, so another trending matter that has been on social media for some days now is the story of Saint Obi, whereby family releases photos to debunk claims that actor Saint Obi never invited his colleagues to any of his children's dedication. And I can see photos of Saint Obi with some of his Nigerian Nollywood colleagues, whereby he actually invited them. Alright, so he said here that Zigzulu Okafor has penned down the heartbreaking final moments with Saint Obi, better known, Saint Obi, who died on 7th of May. He passed away after spending several months at the hospital. Zeke, also a veteran journalist, on Tuesday revealed that the actor stopped acting immediately after he got married to his wife, a Nigerian executive in telecom giant MTN. Alright, so in respect to that, there have been several pictures going online to debunk the news that Saint Obi never invited any of his colleagues to his children's dedication and issues around his death. So in respect to that, DB_natural says his friends coming to drag his wife into his demise wasn't even necessary. Please let the dead rest in peace and let his family mourn in peace. Alright, Fab Fashion says the fact that all family have his pictures of them in 2008 validates Zigzulu's narration. Let the family Abi wife stop trying so hard at this point. Alright, lastly, we'll leave that story. That's that about Saint Obi's family issue. The next one I have is coming from the First Lady, the wife to the current president of Nigeria, First Lady Aisha Buhari. She says there is no need for Nigerian presidents to seek medical treatment abroad. Alright, so this was said by Nigeria's First Lady Aisha Buhari. She says there's no need for Nigerian presidents to travel abroad for medical treatment following the inauguration of the 21 billion naira presidential wing of the State House Medical Center. So a State House Medical Center was inaugurated last week, worth 21 billion naira. And this was on Friday when she joined the president and other dignitaries to commission the facility, which is in the premises of the presidential villa. So this medical center was inaugurated, and she is saying that, look, Nigerian presidents, whoever coming in years to come, don't have to travel abroad for any medical checkup or treatment. Alright, so she went on and on to say, I have opted for it for 6 years. I initiated this project 6 years when my husband spent 3 months abroad, consecutively 90 days. The hospital is supposed to serve the first family, is serving like 35,000 people, which is quite much. Alright, so in respect to the inauguration of the 21 billion naira health facility for presidents in the villa in Abuja, Michael_U says, this woman one day used primary school sense. After your husband don't travel belly full, abi. Omariana says, coming from someone who doesn't live in Nigeria. Jemiu says, 21 billion from the pockets of all Nigerians for the medical care of one person and their family, while the rest should wallow in the waste bin that is the federal healthcare system. Great. Alright, lastly on the inauguration, official Bobby says, Mommy, Dubai has spoken. Okay, I'll leave that. Alright, so that's that about the inauguration of the 21 billion naira health facility for president in Aso Villa in Abuja by the First Lady. And she's saying that, look, Nigerian president, you don't have to travel abroad for any medical checkup anymore. Alright, the next one is a response an update to Sheung Kuti's ongoing story, the assault he was accused of, whereby his sister Moturayo posts on her Instagram page and reacts to people's opinions and Nigerians' opinions in respect to Sheung Kuti's story. So she says, my brother is not wrong, and I can see here a video of how Moturayo defends her brother and saying she thinks that he is not wrong. So in respect to her reaction on Instagram, Nelly B says, I like that part. You people are supporting to the police. Am I supposed to join you to support police? Families that stand together wins together. Alright, DB Natural also says, is raising his hands an official wrong? Is raising his hands an official wrong? Yes, but do police harass, assault, and kill other citizens? Okay, the police harass, assault, and kill other citizens on a daily basis, yet get away with it in broad daylight. Yes. Do they provoke you to the point that you might lose your mind? Yes. Is Nigeria a jungle? Yes. Alright. Someone else says, Thunder. Okay, I'd leave that. Food Networking says, she said we are used to this life of a family of activists. Fowles said the same thing. Remember their names. Alright, so that's that coming from Moturayo, the sister to Sheung Kuti, whereby she reacts to the assault video that has been trending online and the allegations against Sheung Kuti defending her brother. Alright, the next one I have a very interesting story, political news. It says President Muhammadu Buhari appoints Oluwatoyin Shekirat Maden as the substantive AGF, that is the acting accountant general, of the Federation. And this was on May 19, on Friday. So it says that the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemi Eson, stated that the appointment took effect from Thursday. So Dr. Shakirat is stepping in to take over from Mr. Silva Okolobi, who had been acting capacity as the Accountant General of the Federation. Alright, so in respect to this new appointment, MS_Limat says, another thing we una like make una do at this point, now una get the country. Alright, Vaviana says, see her with her deeper. Okay, I'll leave that. I am_Cash says, why is this man appointing a lot of people lately? Why is it making things hard for the next administration? Clearly, I would leave that too. Kimono_Kimono says, all these appointments less than 2 weeks before handover. Okay, so President Muhammadu Buhari appoints Oluwatoyin Shekirat Maden as the new Accountant General of the Federation. Alright, another one before we go on a very short break. It says reality TV Chacha splashes $14,000 on a dress. Okay, so this is in respect to the AMCVA award that was last week, and she is seen flaunting the invoice of her amazing gown, like she described it, to the award. Okay, and she actually showed the invoice whereby she's paid about, I think, $20,000 yes, for the gown that she wore to the place. So her fans nationwide have actually reacted to that. CK Graham says, I hope so everybody don't they pay their stylist finish. Make bashing no start later, please. Alright. Diary of a Kitchen Lover. Okay. Her Excellency EC says, dressing that will make me need to explain that it's expensive so it can be applauded. I don't want. Georgina_Chigoze says, until you get confirmation from the said company, do not believe everything you see on social media. Alright, so that's that about Thatcher flaunting the amount she paid for the dress she wore to the AMCVA award. Alright, we're going on a very short break. When I'm back, I'll continue to read out interesting stories, trending stories on social media to you. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. This is the Boards on 103.5 FM, where we get to read out to you interesting stories, trending stories on social media, from Instagram to Twitter and to Facebook. And also you get to give your comments on whatever trending matter that is going on in the nation. So kindly let us know what you think about all of these trending matters. The next one I have here is an announcement. It says the President-elect Bola Tinubu returns to Nigeria after 10 days in Europe. Okay, so this was actually 2 days ago where the president returned to the country after spending 10 days in Europe. So in respect to this, Nigerians have given their comments. Vestama says on Twitter, he goes still break Buhari travel records. Mira_call says, Tinubu speaks 4 languages fluently. They are English, Yoruba. Oh, okay. Cheesy says, Nigeria is the only country where presidents rule us from European states. Lastly, on the announcement of his arrival, Big_Loye says, in the same country, this man... Let's leave that. Okay, so there have been several comments from Nigerians on the arrival of the president-elect Bola Tinubu back into the country after spending 10 days in Europe. Okay, so the next interesting trending matter I have here is coming from singer Davido, whereby he says in an interview on a radio station, saying, I have known my wife for almost 20 years. She's the best decision I have ever made. Okay, so just like I said, this was said in an interview we had with someone in a radio station, and he actually said that, and so many Nigerians have given their comments and reactions to that, whereby he says he has known his wife for almost 20 years and describing their relationship as the best decision he has ever made. Mona Lisa says, it should show in your actions, sir. Don't take understanding for granted. The Lord be with you. Okay. Agoziem says, Chema is 28, so you start dating her when she was 8. Make una fear God. Nena_Blink says, I'm truly rooting for these two. I want them to navigate whatever storm that comes their way, and may their love continue to blossom. They both have been through the most and deserve forever happiness. Alright, so that's all about a trending interview whereby Davido says he has known his wife for almost 20 years and that his decision to have her is the best he has made thus far. Alright, so another trending matter that has been on social media is a trending video about singer Two-Face. Singer Two-Face, whereby in an interview, singer Two-Face makes a comment that bewilders his wife. This is where he says he believes men. Okay, he says, I believe men are wired to sleep with other women, even if they are married. This is coming from singer Two-Face, and he was actually saying that to his wife. And yes, it was really embarrassing for his wife. She was bewildered that her husband could actually say such a thing. And this has actually caused a lot of uproar on social media in the weekend. Yes, for like 3 days now. Cassandra says, I liked him better when he couldn't speak proper English. he would keep quiet then. Oh. Fen_design says, there are some things that shouldn't be said. If truly you love and respect your partner. I mean, Annie don't see shaggy for that so-called marriage. It's well, oh. Okay. Queen on Twitter says, she's right beside you, sir. And you still said that. Okay, lastly on this story, Calabar_chick says, also on Twitter, a reaction. She says, a person who wants to cheat will cheat, and anyone who decide not to will not. Shekina, nobody is biologically or otherwise wired to, man or woman. Let's not blame it on biology or whining or wired. Alright, so that's that about the trending video of singer Two-Face, whereby he says that he thinks men are wired to cheat. So there have been several reactions from very great personalities in reaction to singer Two-Face he's saying, or his own stand. And I'll be taking one from the very popular Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo. He also posted on his Twitter page, whereby he says, no man is wired to cheat. But alright, so he says no man is wired to cheat. Don't believe that lie from hell. However, there seems to be a proof that men are more prone to sexual temptation than women. Of course, women are tempted too, but clearly the sexual proclivity of men is very different from women, and he stated reasons why. So in respect to Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo's reaction to singer Two-Face interview, what he said, Rosie's Throne says he just said same thing with Two-Face, using different way actually. Okay. Oluwakemi says a person without self-control is like a house with its door and window knocked out. Thank you, Pastor. Alright, lastly on this story, Freda_George says the man just said it all. Cheating selects no gender, same as self-control. It's all a self-made choice. Then to conclude it, that Bible verse he said, Proverbs 25 verse 28, period. Okay, so that's that about the trending video whereby we see singer Two-Face saying that he thinks it's normal for men to cheat. Okay, the next one I have here says 2 injured as a fuel-laden tanker explodes after being hit by a bus in Kogi State. A fuel tanker explodes after being hit by a bus in Kogi State, and this was yesterday on Sunday morning. It says at least 2 persons sustained severe injuries on Sunday morning, May 21st, when a Toyota bus crashed into an Abuja-bound petroleum tanker in Kogi State. Alright, so it's gathered that the bus was heading from Lokoja to Abuja but lost control and roamed into the tanker on the other lane. Alright, so in respect to this, Papa K says, God abeg, untimely death will not be our portion. Amen. I am KJ Waiter says, we stayed in traffic on this road for more than 2 hours. Almost thank God for his mercy that no life was lost. Okay, so that's that about a tanker that exploded while after being hit by a bus. Alright, the next trending story I have here, very interesting, is a story of Congo's minister. It says it was an accident. Congo's minister reportedly says after impregnating his married deputy. Okay, this was actually very funny when I saw it. The Minister of Primary, Secondary and Technical Education in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Tony Kazadi, has reportedly confessed that he accidentally impregnated his deputy minister, Aminata Namesia. Okay, so in respect to this story, so many people have given their comments. I'll just take one comment and we'll leave the story. Chef_Ama says, accident? You feel break. Road safety people no check you. You know even where sit. Alright. Okay, so there have been several comments on this story. Babajide says, in our present world, work affairs is insanely underreported. I remember when Pastor Deboye narrated on Twitter on how he advised one of his sons to sack his secretary because he became too fond of her at work and was always excited to always see her. Even though I didn't agree with outright taking of her job, but this case right here affirmed how people get burned, denying, indulging, negotiating, excusing, and enabling with a budding attraction and temptation, especially when their home front is bleeding. Nothing is by accident. People indulged. Okay, so this is where we're drawing the curtain on the buzz this morning. So kindly let us know what you think about all of these trending stories. If you have any what you think we should know on some of these stories, let us know what your view is, because we believe you have a voice. My name is Temitope Dada. I'll be here tomorrow morning to also give you some of the trending matters we have on social media. Bye.